All right, so my friend rainastudios sent me his Doomsday theory video. So what we're going to do today is we're going to read it and go over it and see how well it sounds. So the only details I will say that I've read is the very top, and he went on to say that this is his theory based on all the culminations of leaks, rumors, and spoilers that we've given so far. So without further ado, let's dive into Avengers Doomsday. Act 1. Avengers Reunite. Doctor Doom has already learned about the TVA, Loki, and the multiversal incursions. Doom understands the concept of anchor beings and wants to destroy them so he can create a new world where he rules everything. He kidnaps Franklin Richards to use his Omega-level mutant powers to help create a new world and travels to the X-Men universe to kill Professor X, the anchor being of that reality. Meanwhile, Shuri discovers signs of incursions and multiversal instability. She informs Sam Wilson, who begins assembling a new Avengers team. Hulk, She-Hulk, Thor, Captain Marvel, Wong, and Shang-Chi. As Sam Wilson begins reuniting the Avengers, he asks Wong about the whereabouts of Doctor Strange, which then Wong replies with that even he doesn't know where Strange went after the events of Multiverse of Madness. Shuri also detects traces of someone from Earth 616 in the X-Men universe. Captain Marvel identifies her as Monica Rambeau, confirming she's stuck in that universe. The Fantastic Four arrive on Earth searching for help. They are first encountered by the Thunderbolts, to whom they reveal that Doctor Doom has kidnapped their son. Bucky, though, realizing the seriousness of the situation, informs Sam Wilson. Both the Avengers and Thunderbolts unite, joined by the Fantastic Four to rescue Monica and Franklin. Wong brings America Chavez to open a portal for multiversal travel. Some heroes stay behind on Earth to protect it in case of danger, including members of the new Avengers such as Spider-Man, Daredevil, Moon Knight, Punisher, Star-Lord, Wong, Valkyrie, Hawkeye, Guardians of the Galaxy with an army of sorcerers and soldiers from Asgard. In the X-Men universe, Monica is with the X-Men at Xavier's mansion. Doom attacks with Sentinels, defeats the X-Men, and kills Professor X. When the Avengers arrive, the X-Men mistakenly believe they are behind Xavier's death, leading to a major clash between the Avengers and the X-Men. Now that's honestly really good writing. Like, Doom goes in, mollywops Professor X, and makes the X-Men go, "Did you just kill Charles?" And a battle ensues. It's better than like, "Hey, we have Monica and we're not going to let you have her." Like, it really brings some depth and some anger. Could you imagine how mad the X-Men are probably at the fact that Charles Xavier was offed by the Avengers? The Avengers of all people. We know how Wolverine feels about the Avengers in Deadpool and Wolverine. Act 2. Rise of Doom. The TVA becomes aware of Doctor Doom's true intentions as multiple anchor beings across the multiverse are found dead. Realizing the threat, they decide to unite a team to stop him. They identify Doctor Strange from Earth 616 as the most capable person to challenge Doom, but cannot locate him since he is in the Dark Dimension. With no other option, the TVA travels to the X-Men universe to seek help from the X-Men and the Avengers. But, meanwhile, Doctor Doom sends an army of Doombots and evil variants of Steve Rogers, Captain Hydra, and some other Avengers to Earth 616 to kill off that anchor being of the sacred timeline, Spider-Man. There are two anchor beings for the sacred timeline, Tony Stark, who died in Endgame, and you guessed it, Peter Parker. Wong, the sorcerers, and the heroes who stayed on Earth defend Spider-Man and manage to defeat the Doombots and evil variants of heroes. However, Wong leads the battle, but Sentry is the main hero. That's my boy. A powerful fight breaks out between Moon Knight and Captain Hydra during the battle, but gets defeated. Then Wong steps in and defeats Captain Hydra. Dang, so Moon Knight gets bodied. However, Doom's ultimate goal is to destroy the entire multiverse and create his own reality. For that, Franklin Richards alone is not enough. Doom realizes that Wanda, who died at Mount Wundagore in Multiverse of Madness, was powerful enough to shape reality. Doom travels to Earth 616, reaches Mount Wundagore, and uses Franklin Richards' abilities to revive Wanda with just a touch. And he manipulates Wanda by reminding her of her past and promises to reunite her with Vision and their boys. Back in the X-Men universe, the battle is still ongoing when the TVA arrives, and they explain Dr. Doom's plan and his growing power, which then the X-Men and the Avengers fully understand the threat and agree they must protect Loki, the current guardian of the multiverse timeline. That's pretty good. Everyone travels to the Void to protect Loki, as Doom still needs more power sources to form his new world. When Doom finds out that his Doombots and evil variants of the Avengers have failed, he personally travels to New York to kill Spider-Man. There, he faces the Sentry and America Chavez, and impressed by their immense power, Doom defeats all the heroes and in a powerful emotional moment, offs Spider-Man, taking advantage of the fact that his face resembles Tony Stark's, catching Peter off guard. After offing Spider-Man, Doom kidnaps both Chavez and Sentry, planning to use them to help him build Battleworld. With all his captives, Doom heads to the end of time, preparing for the final step: off Loki and reshape the multiverse in his image. This is a good buildup. Like, having Doom just obliterate everybody, the TVA realizing what Doom is doing and exposing his plan, the Avengers and the X-Men teaming up and still losing, and then on top of it, Tony Stark, Dr. Doom using his face that looks like Tony to throw Peter off before he gets rid of him. Like, bro, this is a buildup. And then to top it off, now we're on our way to Loki. Act 3, Fall of the Multiverse. After manipulating Wanda, Sentry, and America Chavez, as all have trauma so they can be easily manipulated, Doom reaches the Void with Franklin Richards, the Doombots, and evil variants of the heroes to reach Loki and off him. Meanwhile, Avengers and the X-Men come to stop him. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, Deadpool Wolverine, and a variant of Black Panther join forces as TVA asks them for help as well, and they are also present in the battle along with soldiers and forces from the TVA. That sounds epic! With Sentry and Wanda defeating most of the members of the team except for Cyclops, Reed Richards, Hulk, Thor, and Captain Marvel. Thor, seeing all his teammates getting offed, gets an upgrade and becomes Rune King Thor. And Loki is seeing it all through the end of time. That's crazy. Like, could you imagine, like, Loki not being able to do anything, but he knows he has the power to defeat Doom? Wanda defeats Captain Marvel while Sentry defeats Cyclops, who had received an upgrade and got the Phoenix Force. Oh boy. Now Hulk, who is there in the Smart Hulk form throughout the entire team mission, sees his teammates getting off and becomes angry, transforming back into Savage Hulk, and a fight ensues between the Hulk and the Sentry, and an epic clash, but Hulk gets killed at the end. World War Hulk, baby! Thor, who is now upgraded, becomes angrier and defeats both Wanda and the Sentry, but Doom defeats him as well, and Loki has to see it all and experiences an emotional circle moment as Loki had once been killed off in front of Thor in Infinity War. Loki now decides to fight. That's what I've been saying, like, killing off Thor in front of Loki is the 100% 365-degree turn and will make it. Now we have Doom versus Loki. Loki reaches the Void, and an emotional scene takes place between Thor and Loki as Thor lies injured on the battlefield. Thor takes his last breath, motivating Loki, telling him that he knows Loki is the true savior of the multiverse. But meanwhile, Reed Richards fights with Doom, and his fight is epic. Doom had killed his entire family, Sue, Johnny, and Ben, and kidnapped his son, but Reed gets defeated here. The final battle takes place between Loki and Doom. This is the best fight. Doom kills Loki and absorbs his power from him. And meanwhile, Reed Richards, who actually didn't die, secretly uses one of the remotes from the TVA that had fallen from one of the TVA agents during the battle with Doom, takes himself to the 616. He uses the raft that he used to travel from their universe back to the 616 with some other people who were defeated but hadn't passed away. That includes Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, a variant of Black Panther, Deadpool, and Wolverine. That's a juggernaut of a team. Doom, now having all the power, starts creating the Void as Battleworld, using the powers of Sentry, Wanda, Franklin, and America Chavez. Bro, this guy is so overpowered at this point. Meanwhile, as they reach Earth, they find Star-Lord, Bucky, and Moon Knight, and they take them to the raft. They are survivors of the battle, which was lost, whom Reed asked to come together in the raft. And as they enter the raft and leave the 616, they watch in shock as Earth begins to destroy. They see a white beam all over space like a blink, and it surrounds the raft. End it. Mid-credit scene. Battle World. All the Avengers in the raft wake up from a sleep, and they discover the new world. Post-credit scene. Doctor Strange. A dimensional portal opens in space. Doctor Strange flies out of it. He looks powerful and different now. His suit has glowing patterns, and his eyes glow for a second. He has returned after spending time in another dimension and has become stronger than ever. He has no idea about what has happened in the multiverse, but knows something is wrong. He stops in space, looks ahead, and in front of him is Battleworld. It's huge, and it's a strange planet made from broken parts of different worlds. It looks quite full of unknown energy. Doctor Strange floats and stares at the planet in silence. He then mutters, "So, this is what happened while I was gone. Looks like they need a savior. Well, their savior is here." And then he slowly flies towards Battleworld. The end. Bro. Loki versus Doom is gonna top Thanos versus Strange. Or Iron Man versus Thanos. It sounds crazy. And honestly, like, everything about this sounds so good. The fact that you're keeping Strange out because he's got to come in at the end instead of being like Cowboy Strange or Sheriff Strange, like, who helps Doom, having him actually being the savior after everything he's gone through, after the way they were going to turn him bad with Kang. Bro, this is an amazing post. I'm going to leave his link down below for his Twitter account. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, I'll catch y'all in the next one.